So let's go ahead and get into it. I know it's been a minute. It's been 8 months, over 8 months to be exact. Okay. I know. I already know, y'all. So life has been lifing. Okay. Life has been lifing between motherhood, working full-time, school, been at school full-time. I've been trying to stay mentally grounded with everything that's been going on in my life, and you know, honestly, just needing my space, everything. Okay, I had to step away. I had to. And you know, I feel refreshed. But you know, one thing about me is that I always come back to, I'm also working right now too. I still work from home. I don't even know how the outside looks, you know, in a workplace, because I haven't drove to a actual, I haven't driven to a actual company to go in and work in such a very long time. So I really don't know how that even feels. I literally get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. You know, it's still school time, so I get my kids up about 5:15, 5:30, so they can brush their teeth, wash their face, lotion down, get themselves together, get dressed, and then we are headed to the bus stop. And I make 2 bus stop trips because we have the elementary school kids and we have the middle school kids. So yeah. I do have to say this though, I do miss making my content. There are a lot of things that I feel like I should have, you know, recorded to share. But I think by the time it's happening, a camera is nowhere to be found. So that's my whole thing. I have a really bad time trying to pull out a camera, and I don't know why, because I done spent I can't remember how much I spent on my Pocket 3. I can't remember how much right now I'm recording on my Canon G7X. I don't even know how much I spent on that camera, but I have everything that I need. I don't know, it's just life. Like really, y'all, like life it's just been a whole lot. And I could sit right here and we could go through about everything that's been going on, and I honestly think I owe you all that. I feel like I owe you all what I've really just been going through. So this whole time, I haven't been working this whole time. I actually was let go from my 10-year job. After 10 years, a job let me go, you know. And I hate even talking like that because power of the tongue is very important to me. I hate talking like that, but you know, that's over with. We're moving on from it. I actually got another job, you know. I got another job, and I feel like it's better. I feel like, you know, it's doing what it needs to do, but it's still not something I love to do, you know. So yeah, but just mentally adjusting from making a certain amount on one job and then coming to another job and just making a smidge less than what I was making before. It's kind of hard, but it isn't awful. You know, you have to, just me being a solo mom of 4, I guess I really just, I adjust really well. So that's the helping part of it all. But and also being disciplined in my routine too. So making sure my kids are to school on time, making sure we're keeping up with these dental appointments, our doctor's appointments, my appointments and everything. So yeah, it hasn't been easy. It hasn't been, you know, I haven't just been around here not doing anything, because I have really had to like really get myself together. So let me start off. Let me see what else I can start with. So y'all know I'm working from home. I'm still working from home and everything. That's boring. That's kind of boring. But what else? School. So I started back school. I started in January, and that was my first semester back. I actually started I'm going to school to become a dental hygienist, and I started back in 2015 to become a dental hygienist, and I got pregnant with Bryce, and I got really sick, really ill, and just kind of fell back from, I fell back from school to focus on my health and my children and everything. So I hate when I say after everything. I hate when I do that, but it's really, I'm trying to teach myself on how to like speak better so I can deliver what I need to deliver a whole lot better. But yeah, so here I go. But okay, so, and y'all have to excuse me because I am trying to multitask. I am still at work and everything. I just want to make sure, since it's pretty quiet here right now, since the kids are at school, grandma don't have a whole bunch of she don't have a whole bunch of company in here, and they're not screaming. She's not on the phone screaming and stuff like that. So it's pretty good to try and go ahead and talk to you now. But yes, as I was saying, I started my dental hygiene prereqs January of 2026. It is currently May 11th of 2026. I took on my finals the first week of May. So I think I had I had my biology final was due on the 27th. My math final was due on the 28th. My English exam was due, let me see, that was due on the 1st. That was due on the 1st, as well as my seminar final was due on the 1st. And so English and my seminar class, I passed with A plus, and then with biology and math, I passed with a B. I am super proud of myself, y'all, because working full time, being a solo mom, sole provider, caregiver of 4 children, working, tired. It was a lot of late nights. It was a lot of early mornings. It was a lot of second guessing myself, trying to see if I am still fit for this, because compared to it just being me and Aubrey when I first originally started my dental hygiene, future, that was back in 2015. It was just me and Aubrey back then, and now I added 3 more kids to the equation. So I was just, during this first semester back, I was second guessing myself, trying to see if I could even do this, and I very well did it. Real well. I really wish I had my MacBook up so I could show y'all my GPA and my grades, because I am like super proud of myself that I don't have to repeat any course because I scored too low or anything. Like I did the darn thing. So a lot of reading, a lot of times where I wanted to do something and decided not to because I had to read or I had to complete a exam or a final or something like that. I'm just really glad that I put myself to it. I'm really glad I decided to go ahead and go back to school, because working these 9-to-5 jobs, even though I'm off on the weekend, because that's how I want it and that's how I like it. I like to be off on the weekend, even though I'm off by 4:30 and off on the weekends. With these jobs, it's like a cap, you know. And I know I'm worth more than that. And this isn't something I see myself doing for the rest of my life. So I was sitting here, this is when I first started my job. I was like, you know what? This cool and all, but I ain't about to be, I can't sit here and see myself doing this for the next 20-something years. Because it's some people, when we were in our training class and stuff, we had some people drop in and they were like, oh, I've been here for 35 years, I've been here for 25 years. And I was just like, no, absolutely not. And my job is laid back. It's laid back. As long as you're doing what you need to do, you're doing what you need to do. And all I do is process medical and hospital claims. As long as you're doing what you need to do and meeting your metrics and your production, you are good to go. You are good to go. It's a lot of multitasking. It's a lot of stuff you have to know and understand, but it's okay. But it's not for life for me, and I'm gonna just leave it off with that. So yes, but I finished my first semester and I finished it off with a bang. I do have summer classes coming up on June 1st, and I'm only taking 2 classes this for summer, and I'm glad because it's 8 weeks long, and 8 weeks means busy work. There's just a lot of, I'm pretty sure it's just going to be a lot of busy work, and it's going to be fast paced. And all I could do was that's all I could do was 2 classes. I know me. So my next semester I'll have microbiology and sociology, and I also need those prereqs for my dental hygiene program. So right now what I'll be doing is taking all the required courses that I need in order for me to apply to my dental hygiene program and get accepted to it. You know, as long as I take my prereqs and as long as I ain't getting no C's in my classes and having to retake, because they don't allow you to retake the courses over and over again. You cannot do that. I don't even think some of the courses you can't retake. That's how serious it is. So if I'm starting off like this, that's all I need is to keep it up. But yeah, so microbiology and sociology for my summer classes. And what else? There are 2 different dental programs that I do plan on applying to. I don't even know if when we get closer to when it's time for me to get closer to applying to my dental hygiene program, I'll touch base with, you know, which schools I'm applying to. But if you know me, then you would know what schools I'm talking about, if that makes sense. But I just don't want to, like, I guess I don't want to give too much information. And jinx and stuff, like, I'm not about that. But yeah, so I just gotta stay focused. Like I said, I am very proud of myself for I finished off this semester with a bang. You hear me? Because when I tell y'all, baby, it was a lot of, you know, just a lot of times where I wanted to cry. I wanted to close my laptop, but only had like 2.5 more pages to read. I am proud of me because I definitely did it, and I did it with 4 kids, being a solo mom of 4 kids, sole provider, sole caregiver with 4 kids, working full-time and in school full-time, and I did the darn thing. So okay. Another thing that I kind of feel like I'm talking about motherhood as well, but I remember, let me see, what can I discuss about motherhood? So just out of respect for me and my children's father, I don't want to go into much details about our situation that we have going on. All I'm gonna say is mama is a big stepper. That's all. That is it. Mommy is a big stepper, and I'm just so happy. I'm thankful for me. I am so thankful for me, because who's gonna do it better? Who's gonna do it better? Okay, enough of that. But so that, with that being said, this situation is a lot on me. I know I said I wanted to try and get out here and date, date and meet somebody, and I have 3 boys and 1 baby girl. She's the oldest, and then I have my 3 boys. I know I said that I wanted to, or maybe I didn't tell y'all that, but people be like, you want more kids? I'll tell them, yeah, I want more kids. I want another little girl, just because, I got 3 boys already. I got my 1 girl and my 3 boys. I want a baby girl or whatever, but this situation that's happened, baby, I don't know. Right now is not the time to be talking about I want another baby. This isn't the time. There's no need for me to have another baby right now. First of all, and I feel like, I don't want to be scared. I don't want to say I'm scared, but I really don't have time for, I ain't gonna say that either, because I don't know. I'm just the type, I feel like I don't have time to beg somebody to do what they need to do. I'm not gonna beg somebody to take care of me and my kids, especially when I'm capable of doing it myself. And honestly, with our situation, it was kind of like, he didn't really want me to work. He wanted to be the one paying the bills. He wanted to be the one to provide everything. And I felt like he wanted to handicap me. So when it is time for me to leave, I'm leaving with little to nothing, okay? And if I think about it, it kind of did happen like that, but now he's sitting over there like, who did it and why? Okay, that's enough of that whole thing. But I mean, I'm dating someone. I like what him and I have going on. I decided to go on birth control, and hopefully he doesn't see this, but I know I can't, and I'm saying I'm saying, like, I'm speaking of birth control as if I just got on birth control. I've been on birth control since Hunter was 3. I've been on birth control since Hunter was 3. Hunter is 6 now. So him and I, we've been dating on and off for going on 6 years now. So yeah, like we've been at it for a while. It's just I ain't trying to be nobody else's baby mama. I ain't trying to be nobody else's baby mama. I ain't trying to give nobody else no clout. None of that. But okay, enough of that. We're gonna move on. So me and the kids we're still living with my grandmother. We're still at grandma's house, you know. I felt like this was the best thing for us to do right now. We moved from Spartanburg to Camden. We moved around a few times, but Spartanburg was the one that I remember the most because there was so much that happened in Spartanburg to where I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe I survived myself, but I did. I'm here. And yeah, but I'm at a place now to where like my savings, my income, and I feel like I'm at a place now to where me and the kids can actually potentially try to move out, try to find us a place to stay. It's not going to be, I'm not going to say it's not going to be lavish or anything, because I do believe like the way you decorate your home and to make it your home, it's of course going to have your luxurious touch to it. So we are at a place right now to where I do plan on moving. I've applied to a few places and a few places have called me back, 3 to be exact, and I've turned them all down because I do not want to change my kids' schooling again. For one, because we actually left public school to start at this charter school that opened up here, and decided by the end of December, decided probably about November, December that the school no longer served us. So we ended up transferring the kids back into their public school, which it was perfectly fine, smooth transition and everything. They were happy to have us back. So yeah, so I didn't want to transfer their school again, so I turned those 3 homes down because I didn't want to have to drive from Columbia to Camden every day. I don't know how long that was I don't know, but there are some other places that I did apply for, and you know, just trying to see or waiting to see if they're going to reach out, if I need to like apply to other places, because I've applied to like some apartment homes, I've applied to some houses around here and stuff too. So the only thing that I will say is I definitely will not be housebroken to where I can barely afford my bills, and I can barely have fun with my kids. I can barely buy my kids their necessities and my necessities, and we can barely furnish our home. Now, one thing I will say is one thing I will say is that I did go ahead and start ordering our different furniture pieces. So I do have my old bed from our old house here at my grandma's, and our nightstand, and like some other little stuff like my desk and everything. But this stuff is gonna actually stay here at grandma's house, and then I actually purchased our new beds and mattresses and little dressers and nightstands, stuff for us. So when we do move, we'll have our necessities that we need. So I've also started my savings my savings for my move. I don't know if it's going to be an apartment or a home yet, but I've started a savings. So I started my deposit. I've started for what I needed for me to turn my lights on. So that deposit, I've started my deposit for when I needed to switch my internet provider over. All of just the necessities. And like, I don't think I'm gonna need a moving truck, but if I do need a moving truck, I also have those savings saved up as well. So we'll be good with that. Let me see. But yeah, just us moving. Don't get me wrong, I love staying with my grandma. It's a lot easier because I don't have to be like, oh, grandma, I have to run to the grocery store. Can the kids stay here with you while I do my grocery shopping? I know when I move, they're either gonna have to go to the grocery store with me, or I'm gonna have to take them to grandma's house and then go grocery shopping. So I will be missing that. Sometimes I get lonely too. Like, my sister is here with her babies as well. Me and my babies are here. My grandma's here. And my mommy is here. And, you know, just movie night and stuff. When we buy the kids their popcorn, their juices and stuff. And then we have like a movie night with the kids where we would just either order or rent a movie, or there's a new movie coming out on Disney Plus. So I'm gonna miss those nights, and we could still definitely have those nights when I move, but it's just something about grandma's house. So yeah, but I also know that me and my children need our own space as well, especially, you know, I didn't know if I was gonna make it with this semester because I used to have to make sure everybody was asleep, like knocked out sleep, before I could take my exams and my finals and stuff and my quizzes. And it was like, dang, I had to wait maybe midnight for me to take my exam, and just making sure that it's quiet so it could be quiet. My professor doesn't hear any noise in the background, stuff like that. And then also studying to my kids. I run a strict program, and with my mama and grandma here, my strict program is too strict, I think, because when I say it's time for bed at 8 p.m, that's what I mean. But my mom and my grandma are like, no, they don't have to go yet. Let them stay up to 9:30. But then when they say, let's stay up to 9:30, they turned up. And yeah, I just don't like nobody going against my parenting, because yeah, I run a strict program. So yeah, just creating peace in my home, our own strict program, all of that. We need to get back there. Okay, so now I would say this is how I feel. I've been like kind of thinking about everything and how I'm going to come back to YouTube, because I feel like I disappointed a lot of my subscribers. And even if you didn't subscribe, or if you did unsubscribe, and if you run across one of my new vlogs that comes up, I think what I feared like the whole thing about like just having to start over. I was feeling burnt out. I felt like I felt like my content, it was not, I don't know, like it was just something like, I really just felt like I wasn't there because I had so much going on. I had this court situation with the dad. I had just contemplating on when to go back to school and how was I going to go back to school. Moving back in with grandma and my mommy. My mommy actually got sick. It was just so much. I started overthinking what I'm going to post next. Where am I going to post it to? How am I going to post it? And like I became like scared to show up again. So it was just a lot. Like it was just entirely too much. It was so much that I don't know, I just felt like I felt like I couldn't show up for me. I couldn't show up for myself. And that's it's not a good feeling at all when you feel like you're starting off good, because I felt like I jumped up from, and it's still not a lot of subscribers, but I felt like I was doing good because I jumped up. One time I looked, I had like 28 subscribers, and I looked again, it was like 60. And to a while to where I was like, I'm gonna just stop looking at the subscribers and stop paying attention to them, because you know YouTube send you newsletters reports every month, and I was like, I'm gonna just go off by my report. And yeah, like I was like, oh, I'm at how many subscribers? And compared to everybody else, I'm pretty sure a lot of people like 70 subscribers, 60 subscribers, 50 subscribers, woo. A lot of people are way past that, and I just have to understand that my content journey is going to look like everybody else's content journey, and I can't compare myself to anybody else but me. I can't compare myself to nobody else but me. Whatever I did last year around this time, I don't want to do it this year. So that means if I actually didn't post only once, 1 month, I don't want to do that again. I also had to like learn like the difference of what kind of content can I post. You know, what kind of content can I post? How can I post it? Do I want to do a short form? Do I want to do a long form? Do I want to just focus on TikTok? Do I just want to focus on shorts? Do I just want to focus on long form vlogs and stuff like that? And I'm gonna tell you right now, y'all, I don't do a lot. Me and my kids don't do a lot to where we're going to have like 1 hour, 2 hour long vlogs. We're not there yet. We are not there yet, y'all. So our content isn't gonna look like that. Not, at least not now. But I can tell you, I do feel like I got a little more going on. I do feel like I got a lot more going on than what I had going on last year. So that's another thing. But I also want to say, like, I don't know exactly like what kind of content I'm going to post, but I know I have an ideal of what I want to post. I don't even know what my niche is anymore because I've been away for so long. So I know I love, since I rebranded myself Sincerely Motherhood, I definitely want to do motherhood vlogs. I would love to do weekly resets. I would love to do my work from home life, like show y'all what, well, I don't know how much I can do, but I can show y'all like what I sit here and do. I guess I can sit you can see here, I can show y'all my desk setup and my little space where I'm working at and stuff. So my school journey, I actually take online classes, so my work desk is for work from 8 to 4:30 p.m. and then probably about 6:30, 7:30 to maybe midnight is my school desk. Apartment journey, I do whenever the right call come through for, you know, the apartment, whichever apartment I feel like is right for me and my kids, whenever that comes, I definitely plan on showing y'all that journey, because that means a lot to me. I feel like, you know, I feel like y'all deserve to come along with me on that journey, because I've been wanting it for so long. And then also beauty and self-care, we'll get there. I'm gonna get there. We're gonna get there. Let me see. I feel like me just reply. Let me pull this back up really quick. Alrighty, let's see here. I'm so sorry, y'all. Okay, so, but yeah, just my soft life routines. But you know what though, y'all, like, I have a lot of soft life routines. I read a lot, like, y'all, I became a Kindle girly. Y'all. Like, I read so much. Like, this little thing right here, y'all, I be on here listening to my audiobooks. I'm actually listening to one now, and let me see, I listen, look, y'all, tea, okay, because when I'm sitting here working, I like to turn on me a good audiobook so I can listen. And instead of turning my TV on and watching a movie all the time, I would definitely, you know, just grab my Hoopla app, open that, and crack me open a book. Or when I'm on the go, I can take my little Kindle. So, what else? And also, honest life updates, because me and these kids have a lot going on, y'all. Your girl done been through it, okay? I done been through it. I have been through it, y'all. So, I don't know, like, I just really hope that, I don't know if I should even be hoping. I should, because I don't want to make another promise to y'all and I don't show up, you know? And that's disrespectful to not only y'all, but it's disrespectful to God as well, because I pray to the Lord all the time, like, Lord, please give me this consistency, you know, because you see these other people who have it, like, who's really doing it, and it's like, why, like, what's up with me? Like, why I can't do this? Like, why, what's up? Like, what's wrong with you, Nitra? Like, you have everything you need. What is going on? I'm a solo mother of 4, though, and my life is not gonna look like everybody else's life. And it's just me, you know. I can sit on here and punish myself and talk down on myself and like my content creating, but I can't tell my kids to go sit around there with nobody. My kids love me. My kids want to be in my skin, so Sometimes when I do have my laptop up to edit, one of my kids might come in here and be like, can you scratch my back? Can you hold me until I fall asleep? My stomach hurting. My chest hurting. My throat hurting. I need something to drink. I'm thirsty. I don't know what it's going to be. I really don't know how my content journey is going to be moving forward. I just know that this is what I want. This is what I want. I want this. I just gotta realize, I just gotta see how bad I want it, I guess. Because I see something else. I see something else in the Himalaya. I see something else. So yeah, I'm not gonna promise anything. I just honestly wanted to come on here and say hi. I wanted to tell y'all what's been going on. I wanted to let y'all know that I'm still here. It's discipline. It takes discipline. It takes consistency. And I can tell from me being consistent from my previous posting to up until I stopped, how I grew. And to some people it may not have been enough, but to me it was enough. To me it was enough for me to want to come back. To me it was enough for me to want to rebrand. To me it was enough for me to say, yeah, Mitra, you can absolutely do this. This is absolutely made for you. But I have to stop being so hard on myself and thinking that my journey is going to look like everybody else's journey or somebody else's journey. Or just because somebody else got 4 kids and they're a solo mom, my journey is going to look like theirs. No, Nitra, your journey is going to look like your journey because it's your journey. So, with that being said, thank you for welcoming me back. And I will see you all soon.